Greetings and welcome to the RC Wall Vacuum channel. Today's video is going to be part 2 on the Tucker SnoCat replica build. And as you can see outside, it's still SnoCat weather, although rumor has it it's going to be melting off soon. So one thing I have to do is I have to come up with a name for this vehicle. It's got to be something smaller than a full-size Tucker SnoCat. So I mean Tucker SnoCat Jr. That really doesn't work too well. Plus I'd probably get sued because I wouldn't like their name being used. Something smaller than a cat. Kitten, Snow Kitten. I think I can use that because I think Tucker has a machine they called the Snow Kitten back in the 60s or 70s. So, see, what's another name for a cat? Pussy, the Snow Pussy. The Tucker Snow Pussy. Yeah, I see problems with that name. How would that work in a sentence? I'm going to go out and bash the Snow Pussy. Yeah, that probably ain't going to work. So, see, something that rhymes with a cat. Rat, SnoRat. I'm going to call it the SnoRat. That's what it's going to be, the SnoRat. So I got that part taken care of. So now I'm going to go through and we'll start measuring and cutting some material, and we'll start putting the top of the subframe together. It'll be the crew cab and the extended cab, and we'll work from there on out. So the first section I'm going to be putting in is going to be the extended cab. Obviously this will be the crew cab up here, and there's the bed. So probably in theory I should be cutting 45s on these, get the fuse in there better, but I'm not really anticipating too many rollovers on this thing, but that may be overly optimistic. Well, let me get this welded up here. One of the nice things about trying to replicate one of these Tucker SnoCats, at least from a fabrication standpoint, is they're very boxy. So it's all straight walls. The only thing I'm going to have is a slant for the windshield there. So I'm going to weld this is the main crew cab here, and then I'll get that weld tacked in there, and then I'll work on the other side, and we'll bring them together. That mess is what you get when you accidentally touch the tungsten into a hot puddle. So this seems like a good time to take a little relaxing break from fabricating and look out the window at the scenery, or what you can see of it. This is without the wind. When the wind comes through, it's pretty much blinding out there. Oh well, back to fabricating. Well, I hate to admit it, but this thing's almost starting to look like a little bit like a Barbie Jeep. Maybe I should have called it Snow Pussy. So you can see both sides are roughed in, and I got to put the cross pieces in there, and I'll work on some of the gusseting, and then tying the differentials and the shock towers in, which I do believe I'm going to tie both the shock towers and the differentials to the frame. Well, things are slowly proceeding. Got some of the cross pieces in there. I'm going to put this one, I put some little wider material up here across the windshield. I want to be able to have a more area to mount like a camera, or I more likely be fabricating some light bars with like either RGB or NeoPixel LEDs in there eventually. And then, so down here in the lower frame, I got the 3/4 inch, there's some 3/4 inch tube in there, 1/8 inch wall. It's pretty tough stuff. And that will be taking the load off the differential and also tying the two halves together down at the bottom. But I'll have to put a linkage coming off that tube and catch the differential, support that. I don't really like it being at that angle, but I want to have that up a little bit for clearance above the servos, and then also to help support it better at midpoint here. Then in the back, got something similar going on. I'll after fabricate something goes off of here, it goes down to catch that, catch the differential mount. Probably have to put some adjustability to it, both the front and the back, to deal with any warping or crashes or anything like that. Any adjustability needs to be put in there, probably wise. Then the cargo bed here will be in turn supported down to the top shock tower, and the same with up in the front end here. This will be supported to the top of the front shock tower. And then all the gusseting, I'm going to use either 1/4 inch round bar. I have some 1/4 inch square bar I might use to gusset with. That's 1/4 inch wall, 5/8 the main frames made out, so it'll probably be a good match. So I got to fire up the welder and put these last 3 pieces in for now. So the next step I'm going to take here on this subframe is I'm going to give the bed here a stake body. Be somewhat decorative, but also be give it some support back here, truss it up a little bit, and that's what's sitting over here. It's fixtured up and ready to tack weld. Build 2 duplicates, or a duplicate, and then put that in there and tie them together. So I'm going to probably call it a wrap for this this video. I'm the point now where I got to sit down and I got to the front and rear differential suspension assembly's got to be. I got to finalize their assembly and get them anchored in place. So I have exact dimensions to run the support from this truss over to the differential in both the front and back. And in the process of doing that, I got to make the new hinge pin brace to put the 0 degrees towing in there, and then build a battery box, receiver box, finish up some work on the subframe, and then all the sheet metal work, and I'll be ready to give it a test. Pray for snow. So in the meantime, thanks for watching.